Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Hollis Jefferson, another shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. Passes to Finney-Smith. Richardson with it. Hollis Jefferson's there.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Portland, no good that time either.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Porzingis. Shoots from 14, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And, you know, you look at Porzingis, he's got his shot on automatic. Not much wasted motion in that stroke.
Lillard with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Searching for their first points of the game.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Finney-Smith. The pass to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. They get it again. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. A minute 50 left in the first. He dishes it to Lillard. 4 on the clock. It's good.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Doncic looking it over. Pass to Porzingis. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 8 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. The dish to Richardson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Doncic against Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Richardson with it. Lillard picks him up. Passes it to Doncic. From the line. Unable to get that one. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Nurkic in at the center position.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And here's Brunson. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Go ahead and get it, youngster. Hollis Jefferson showing off the spring.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. Now the pass to Hardaway. Dishes it to Powell. The feed to Cauley-Stein. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Lillard against Brunson. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Mavericks leading. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Dallas with a change here, too. Birch is checked in.
And what I like about Cauley-Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Great D that time from Redick.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Powell finds Burke to the left side wing. Cauley-Stein against Cantor. Burke dishes to Cauley-Stein. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Cauley-Stein passes to Powell. Back to Redick for 3. Rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Cullen passes to Cantor. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded close. And it's Simons missing. Mavericks leading by 4. Feeds to Burke. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Cantor. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Richardson comes in for Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Lillard against Brunson. Up top, Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. And so we wrap up the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 3. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Dallas leading by 6. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Marjanovic, right side Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Out to Anthony. Pass to Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Portland. Anthony against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Anthony's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Lillard. Goes back up. Cantor. Over in the corner, Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Richardson with it. Powell with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
So it's the Mavericks now. Portland making their last shot. Back to Richardson. Lets it go from deep. Dallas, no good that time either.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Powell, no good. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. And the pass to Porzingis. Trying to end the drought. And the layup is up and in. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Lillard. No good off the back of the rim.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kicks it out to Lillard. Porzingis with the steal. It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Cauley Stein. Porzingis with the ball. That one goes in. And now a 4-point Maverick lead.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Richardson. Portland making their last shot. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Redick. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Hollis-Jefferson, good. Hollis-Jefferson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Brunson tipped back in for 2.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Nurkic trying to get open, and the shot goes in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. He's out there with Derek Jones. Nurkic is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Melly. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Maley. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And that one is stuffed right through.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Runs in the pass to call a stop. Here's Melly. From 13, Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Anthony's checked in for Derek Jones. Lillard scanning the floor. Passes it to Nurkic. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lillard outside.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Taken away by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard, banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Doncic outside, fires for 3. A putback. Here's Porzingis. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Doncic, bounce pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another shot. Porzingis trying to get free. Marjanovic, no good. Portland leading by 9. McCollum kicks to Lillard. His 3-pointers off the mark. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Richardson gets a wide open look. Here's Doncic, and he gets it to go.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Marjanovic passes to Finney-Smith. Yes!
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Lillard way outside from beyond the arc and then some.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Rebound by Nurkic. And here's Portland. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Lillard way outside. No good from outside. Here's Finney-Smith. So the Trailblazers win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and the
for the land of the free.
The NBA on 2K Sports. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at small forward. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Now here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, here's Hollis Jefferson. McCollum kicks to Lillard. From deep. Trailblazers keep it alive. Nurkic finds Hollis Jefferson. Here's George. Offensive rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Now McCollum, pass to Nurkic. Now here's Lillard, defended by Beverley. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Lillard scanning the floor. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Leonard.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Lillard against Beverley. To end the cold streak. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against Beverley. 1:52 left to play in the first. Leonard against Anthony. Zubac. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Lillard way outside. The long distance three is buried. It's all knotted up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
So, for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And Anthony subbed in for Derek Jones. And there it is for him.
But the play disrupts the defense, and Kennard smartly capitalizes. He gets the ball to a ready shooter.
Here's Simons. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's blocked. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kennard on the wing. Over McCollum. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
As Kennard's career has gone on, Luke's become a much better ball handler, so it's important for his game.
Here's Simons. Down low, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
From deep, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers out in. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Hollis Jefferson. He's out there with Anthony. C.J. McCollum out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the point.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game-changing.
Here's Kennard. The Blazers getting the bucket. To the inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Come on, man. The concentration that Batum has had on these and-one plays is amazing. He's used to finishing through physical contact.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Powell in for McCollum. Simons. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Powell with the steal. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverley. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard against Beverley. Portland no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got his second bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 6.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
The shot by George, wide open. Misses the 3. Portland leading. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
George against Powell. George passes to Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Lillard with it. He's got 9. Misses the step-back jump shot.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
The pass to Cousins. Stolen by Kansas. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Morris. From deep. And Damian Lillard. Good for the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. George dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. Lets it go with a 3. And no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Portland again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Here's Zubac. Connects on the 9-footer.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Fires the 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guy.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Beverley deciding where to go with it. Tries to save it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverley. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
The shot's good. Zubac has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Back to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
George passes to Zubats. Back to George. Puts up a three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Simons the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Jackson comes over with the double. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Defended by Batum. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in. Batum finds Cousins. Outside Jackson. Pass to Batum. That one wide left.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And that one good.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Kennard against Jones. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Stripped it away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Shooting foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum.
And with a bigger role, Kennard continues to blossom, an efficient, intelligent scorer who plays to his strengths.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Los Angeles, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Harry Giles is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Jackson kicks to Batum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kennard. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
He lobs it up.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And here's Kennard. Dishes it to Batum. The shake. Passes it to Man. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Simons. He has 5. 29 seconds left to play in the third. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Zubats is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jones with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And it's Giles missing.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D is in a tough spot when he's going strong to the basket.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Here's Simons. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And the touch Nurkic has inside, I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shots in there.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Monday Hollis Jefferson out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the center position.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here's George for 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. From deep three-point range with the putback. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Cantor typically plays with a high activity level.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. Changes up. Morris outside. Will it go? Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Portland.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off this day.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Beverly against Lillard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, he delivers that with
I can't
force.
believe it. I cannot believe that.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's nice hustle up the court. I mean, a nice pass to reward that hustle.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Beverly finds Leonard. Back to Beverly. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. George passes to Morris. And here is Cousins. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The adjustments they've made offensively They're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive line.
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Even though he's going ice cold, he keeps shooting. I mean, it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's some better options.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Beverly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They're running. Lillard from outside. The shot misses, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Nobody near Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not thieves.
Lillard against Beverly. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. Lillard dishes to Covington. Lillard misses. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, leading by 5. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
George looking around. Knocks down the trifecta.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot.
Anytime your guards can contribute on the backboards, it elevates your team. Nice board by Patrick.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Beverley against Doncic. Doncic with the steal.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Here's Leonard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Leonard looking around. Pass to Zubats. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George dishes to Beverley. Back to George. Pass to Morris. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
George against Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Back to George. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's George. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks trailed by 4. Richardson left side. Back to Hardaway. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. George finds Leonard. Back to George. Now Leonard. Guarded by Doncic. And it's Leonard missing. Leonard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Porzingis, that's a 2. With the tip, it's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Beverley. Back to Zubats. Doncic with the steal. 1:06 left to play here in the first. Pass to Marjanovic. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
The Mavericks trailing. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Wide open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now, here's George. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this game. First one falls for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. And Richardson drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Jackson against Brunson. Jackson looking it over. No good. Shot missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Burke in at the two-guard spot. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Mavericks making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Burke kicks to Brunson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Kennard. Here's Mann. At the elbow, it's Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it falls over the rim and in.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Out to the wing. Here's Finney Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Brunson against Jackson. And there's the feed to Cousins. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Cousins has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Finney Smith. The dish to Cauley. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Jackson finds Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. From deep. The Clippers rebound. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Burke covering. Kennard on the wing. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
A minute 50 left here in the second. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Los Angeles leading by 5. Kennard for 3. Not going to go that time.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Finney Smith kicks to Burke. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. It's Powell on the wing. Passes to Brunson. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Burke. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Count that one.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Batum against Powell. Left block shot on the way, and it's finished off by Batum. And the Clippers lead by 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Here's Kennard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Well, for the Clippers. And that does it for our halftime show. We now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's the Mavericks now. It's a 5-point game. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. The offensive rebound. Powell, that's good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And George kicks to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes. Leonard's got 6 points.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Hardaway dishes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The pass to Beverley. Back to George. Kicks it to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And finished off by Leonard.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Mavericks trail by 7. Hardaway with it. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Powell. He kicks it to CLA Stein. Here's Hardaway. Back to CLA Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Leonard on the wing. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for CLA Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Patterson's checked in.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency. And boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Doncic against Beverly. Back to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Doncic against George. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
George looking around, feeds it to Morris. Patterson passes to Beverly. Here's Leonard. The shot comes out, and it's Dallas the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Moving it up. Out to Morris. Porzingis with the steal. To the left side wing. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. Beverly up top, guarded by Doncic. 1:04 left in the third. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Porzingis. Richardson gets a wide open look. The rebound by Patterson.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Porzingis with the steal. Outside, Redick. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 1. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Down low. It's tipped. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lock at 6. Here's Kennard. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. Porzingis against Batum. Porzingis is doubled. And he banks in the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Jackson dishes to Batum. Jackson up top. Brunson covering. Here's Kennard. The Mavericks pull it in.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And they take the lead. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And here's Kennard. Batum. It's hauled in by Richardson. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
George against Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Pass to Zubac. Kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Richardson. And no good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Cousins. And he makes that one. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
This is when you go to your big-time shot makers. Cousins, yes, sir.
Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverly. Wow.
A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hardaway goes in, and that one is good. Hardaway's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, how about the competitive nature of Tim Hardaway Jr.? Important spot, no problem.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Porzingis with the ball, guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Finney-Smith, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. It counts.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway passes to Finney Smith. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open three in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that three-point line.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon over. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center locking down the middle. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Just 4 to shoot. Doncic finds Richardson. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you've felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. They grabbed their own miss. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Pass to Finney Smith. Inside. Porzingis can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Beyond the arc. Portland again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Simon's in for Damian Lillard.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. No good that time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. He lobs it up. Richardson finds Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 6.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Hardaway against Powell. And that one drops.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Nailed from three-point land.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Now here's Hardaway. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. The three. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell inside. Covered by Lillard. Powell, that's good.
Oh, you got to love seeing Powell attack. I mean, an agile big guy who gets it to the cup in a hurry.
Brunson against Lillard. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Brunson kicks to Burke. Shoots from the line. And Cantor pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Portland no good that time either. It's stolen by Jones. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. The three from McCollum. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Derek Jones. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simon. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind them taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's McCollum. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Anthony drives in. The feed now to Nurkic. Crafty move. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Burke, the pass to Kleber. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Trey Burke. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Covington's checked in. Mavericks trail by 3. But Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Simons.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A different look for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson against Powell. A pass to Porzingis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Here's Simons. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Covington. Portland again missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Hardaway. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Here's Simons. Guarded by Doncic. Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Doncic outside. It's Richardson on the wing. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Out to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Richardson attacking. Powell pulls it in. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Simons, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Hardaway dishes to Richardson. Offline with his 3.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kleba. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
Anthony finds Canner. Tries it from 19. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's a wrap for our...
I promise to break for a positive fate. Had the world in your
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Lillard from outside. That shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Porzingis. Lillard against Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. And here's Porzingis. Richardson left side. And stolen by Lillard. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Richardson against McCollum. Pass to Finney-Smith. The 3. Cranes the 3-pointer. Finney Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
McCollum against Richardson. Lillard looking around. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. Powell, no one around him. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. On the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. Tips it up. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 9.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Lillard with it. 9 points in the game so far. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 12.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots it up, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Cauley-Stein. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. Good on the triple.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
And it's Burke with the ball for the Mavericks. Trailing here by 8. Redick is in the corner. Passes it to Hardaway. Lillard against Brunson. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Now Burke still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard fires away from way outside. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. Now, here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. Pass to Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith. He kicks it to Doncic. Dallas again missing. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Anthony. The pass to Little. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson outside. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Simons. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
Here's Simons. A bit defending. Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Mavericks trail by 5. Now, here's Doncic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Launches it. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Simons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers out in front, up 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, you've got Little, Anthony out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Lillard in at the point. Trailblazers leading by 4. There's the dish to Kanter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. In the corner, Hardaway with it. They get it back.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Here is Lillard. From deep three-point range. Nice D from Doncic.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Kleba. Here's Porzingis. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
Lillard dishes to Little. Back to Lillard. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Richardson gets a wide open look. A miss that time would have put him up. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game. From outside the arc, Anthony. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Doncic against Lillard. Here's Porzingis. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Little. Up again. The Mavericks pull it in. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Lillard the pass to Little. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard finds Kanter. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardaway with a wide open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Little. Got a piece of it. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Right side Hardaway. Back to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Passes it to Porzingis. Kicks it to Hardaway. And here is Kleba. Covered by Anthony. Dallas no good that time either.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Richardson finds Kleba. It drops.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And it's Lillard again missing. Richardson for three. Kept alive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one doesn't go. Off target with that shot. So the Trailblazers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg. Is the And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Paul George with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Now George. Passes it to Beverley. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. From the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Powell pulls it in. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard way outside. Portland again missing.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
From deep, George drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points so far.
Oh, he's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Now here's Nurkic to end the run. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
George looking around. Three-pointer. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Beverley wide open. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Here's Leonard. Kicks to Beverley. Back to Leonard. Zubac the pass to Leonard. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. 1:57 left in the first quarter. And a deep 3 from Lillard.
Come on.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Leonard the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Lillard again missing.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Anthony against Leonard. 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Clippers moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Stolen by Cantor. The drive by Anthony. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 4. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Mann's checked in. Pass to Batum. And here's Kennard. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. Clock at 6. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
Lillard way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this now.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Jackson passes to Cousins. Off target with the open look. Trailblazers trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here is Lillard. And with the rebound. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Down low. Oturu, the pass to Cousins. I'm sure you can. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And it's George missing.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Powell against Cousins. There's the pass to Oturu. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Oturu's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. Lillard finds Powell. Jacks up a 3. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Now, here's George. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to George. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. George has got 8 points.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
looking to get it going, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Fires from deep, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jones, no luck.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Stolen by Cantor. Lillard looking around. Here's Jones. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson passes to Okuru. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
George against Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. 8 points for him.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep three ball there.
George against Jones. George dishes to Cousins. Man passes to George. Shot, high post, and the jumper is good. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
George against Lillard. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Trailblazers. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Jones. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Lillard outside. And again, it's Portland converting.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
That will count. No good on the shot. And some good action through the first. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the floor. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's George. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George, and it's man in at the 2. And here are the Trailblazers now after the Clippers pick up 2. And with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Leonard. Kennard on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. Still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here's McCollum for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 5.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Batum. Zubac the best to Batum. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Back to Kennard. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Zubac with it. A second chance effort. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking. And it's Leonard again missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easy on that.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, that's just a lucky break from the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Here's Morris, the 15-footer. Good. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Now here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Cantor. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. To stop the run, passes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
A 3 from Morris. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. George dishes to Morris. Leonard against Anthony. Fires for 3. And it's Kawhi Leonard with the 3. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Los Angeles on top as they score 11 unanswered points to close out the quarter. From Portland, we're back in a moment. this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Lillard. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Clippers leading by 9. Mann passes to Oturu. Here's Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson has the open look, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. George passes to Beverly. Pass to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Now Zubats. He's covered by Cantor. And the pass to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. The physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. McCollum against George. Outside Leonard. Covington with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Cantor kicks to Lillard. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. He always seems to have the look that's going in.
George double team. Pass to Beverly. George against Covington. Cousins, the pass to George. And Cantor over to help. To the inside. Here's Cousins. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Boogie is a beast inside. It's going to take a lot more than a little contact to stop him from finishing.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Cantor. Paul George with the steal. He kicks to Leonard. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Powell, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Zubats is checked in for the Clippers.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Now, here is George. Pass to Beverly. Now, here's Zubats. Just 5 to shoot. And it's rebounded by Covington. From deep. They get it back. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Lillard throws it down.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
The pass to Leonard. Shoots from 12. And good that time.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, gets a hand on it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Beverly against Lillard. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor. The good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Now here's Lillard. Takes the 3. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again, this guy comes through for his squad.
There's 45 seconds left in the game. Yes!
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Lillard against George. Lillard outside. From deep. Trailblazers keep it alive. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubats. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Portland with the ball.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 7. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I'm really curious to see what their strategy is at this point. You can't afford any wasted possessions.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
I mean, having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 9. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I'm really curious to see what their strategy is at this point. You can't afford any wasted possessions.
And the layup's good off the glass.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
And the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
Yeah, major mental lapse there. He's got to know they're out of timeouts. Just a total unnecessary technical.
You're right, G.A. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Al Richardson following the Porzingis miss from deep. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer. Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Zubats. Back to George. Over Richardson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Kleba, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Here's Richardson. The Clippers getting the bucket. The pass to Kleba. It's deflected.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
In the corner, George with it. Pass to Zubac. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a three-point play chance for him.
I love how active Paul George is right now. He's sharing the ball. He's involving his teammates and stepping into this nice, comfortable leadership role here tonight.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Now here is Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 5. Morris looking over the floor. George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Dallas, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Porzingis passes to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Now here's Beverly. Leonard inside, guarded by Hardaway, and that one's good. Leonard.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Doncic outside to the paint. Kleba kicks it out to Richardson. The Clippers grab the miss. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. From deep. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Here's Kleba. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Morris for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Porzingis against Zubac. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Leonard against Hardaway. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice use by Richardson on the pick and roll. Whether he's passing or shooting, his decision making in this one has been superb.
George looking over the floor. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. Feeds to Powell. And stolen by Cousins. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Burke. Nice D from Cousins.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Kennard's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kennard for 3. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Burke. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. At the top of the key, Batum. Jackson passes to Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Now here's Burke. Kennard covering. Burke with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein is he's up and over the top of everyone.
Now here's Kennard. Guarded closely. Here's Mann. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks trail it. Burke dishes to Powell. Shoots over Batum. Powell kicks to Brunson. Back to Powell. Batum with the steal. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Redick. Finished off the break. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Jackson against Brunson. Burke, the pass to Brunson. The feed to Cauley Stein. Shoots it. Dallas needs to get off a shot. From 15 feet away, the shot by Powell, no good. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Batum. And the bucket is... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Richardson the pass to Finney Smith. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Over to the left wing. Here's Beverly. Morris right side. A deep 3 from Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
George passes to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Now here is Hardaway. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Hardaway for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was... So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are leading by 4. Kenny. And that should...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5. The Clippers in the lead. Outside, George launches it. The Clippers get another chance here. Morris passes to Leonard. Back to Morris. Clock at 6. Leonard, no luck.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Richardson attacking. Kleba against Zubac. Lob pass to Porzingis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
Beverley the pass to George. He gets it in there. George has got his second basket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What a play by Leonard there. Gets up the court so fast, and nothing's going to stop him from finishing strong.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Beverley the pass to Morris, and he lays it straight in. Morris has got 5 now.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Beverley against Richardson. Passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. On the wing, Doncic. Misses off the right iron.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Stolen by Beverley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Back to Cauley-Stein. He kicks to Powell. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 6. 1:10 left in the third. And there's the pass to Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Redick up top. Kennard covering. Redick dishes to Powell. Back to Redick. And they get it. They get the rebound. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Powell, that's good.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Kennard against Redick. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Second chance shot. Pass to Mann. Now here's Cousins. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. Yep, that one goes in there. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there. Just a gifted scorer.
Redick passes to Cauley Stein. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And here's Kennard. Misses there. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You know, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Brunson. Inside. Kleba. That one good for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
Brunson against Jackson. Pass to Kennard. It's up a 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Brunson against Jackson. Pass to Burke. Out to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Brunson with a clean look. Misses the 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Oturu. Good. Nice job down low. Oturu's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson against Brunson. Nice shot by Porzingis. And that's 10 points for Porzingis.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Kennard against Kleba. There's the lob to the hoop, and Batum throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. The pass to Kleba. Porzingis on the follow.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
Now Kennard. Latrey. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Batum kicks to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Burke covering. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
Out left to the wing. Burke with it. 56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Kennard for 3. Kept alive. Past a man. Now here's Kennard. Burke covering. Jackson passes to Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Fires the 3. Pass to Oturu. And here's Kennard. There's the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Kleba slams it in.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Porzingis. This one for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.